Alright, tonight we're bowling against a vacant team on 31 and 32. There is no counter right behind 31 and 32. Only wide open empty spaces, like Nebraska. But anyway, I started double 10-pin spare, and let's see Charlie. It's my favorite pin. I shovel a lot of snow and ice. My body hurts a little bit tonight. It's not nearly as bad as yesterday, so that's good. I just got some problems here, but good enough to bowl. So let's do this frame here. Alright, so I figured it was not a good day to try to make things harder on myself by bringing in an extra bowling ball and experimenting and fooling around. It's just not, it's totally the opposite today. It's time to slow down, simplify, keep it easy, and just concentrate on hitting a mark. And traditionally, over my lifetime, when I've done that, I've bowled pretty good. So there's a lesson in there that I'm not smart enough to figure out. Maybe I will tonight. So that's what I'm doing. Old reliable bowling ball, old reliable spare ball, and doing basically what I do best, except in a little bit of a slow mode because there's some oil on the lanes and things feel good.
I did it for the basketball team tonight because I know. It's basically what it was.
I got a little farther right. It's hard to see on this angle. It's the only angle I have, but anyway, faced up perfectly. Alright, I missed right again and just went to the pocket. Got my feet in the right spot, it looks like.
I should ask her that helping go to your house.
Alright, so the synopsis on that shot was I actually came closer to hitting my mark, but at the same time I was more behind the ball rather than around it. Now, I guess I'm going to have to take a piece of tape out of the thumb hole because I am having a little trouble getting out of the thumb hole in a consistent way. And that's the solution.
You're right. It's probably I guess.
Alright, that felt like it was going to be. My thumb is warm in here. My thumb will be swelling up as I go, so that was good. I'm amazed. I'll tell you why. What? I'll bet you that's one of the reasons why they say this is a good pair. That 10 pin wants to go out on that lane where I normally would leave it. So good. Well, I was trying to throw it slower, but not quite that slow. That was a really nice carry. I do 57. It's amazing what happens when you break everything down to the simplest level. And my ball always has, if I can get to the pocket, if I can get the pocket throwing slowly, my slowest shot just keeps the pins down and I carry. Carry is very good. All right, see the second game if I can keep it up.
I do 2 guys shot. That would give me stuff. It has to be. It has to be like a full. Or like it can tell. It's weird. It can tell vibration, but if I just do this, it can tell the vibration. You still have to get like I can do this and get a step probably.
All right, I got that ball slightly in the oil, but I expect 10 pins on that, and I'm very happy with that 10-pin shot. I hit my mark square. I'm just so much better when I can throw the ball slow like this. What I should have is like 8 different bowling balls with me, and use the one that enables me to throw it slow and with a decent chance to carry. That's what I should do, but I'm not really that smart.
I know, just before that,
All right, I got a break on that. I'm moving this. I don't know if you can see the pins. When I bowl on the left lane 31. So let me try this. Alright, well, on that shot, I didn't walk as far left as usual. And so I got the ball going up the lane too quick. that was reasonable. I moved my feet a half a board left on that lane, and I missed a little right, so I'm really close.
Monday Night Men, pull out your lucky white ticket. The last four numbers, 6038. 6038.
Wow. Only 3 right-handed bowlers on the pair. And you know, first of all, traditionally over many, many years, I've always been a third game bowler. Like I'm usually a slow starter and pick it up by the time the third game is here. In this league, on this particular house shot, my first game is almost always my best game. When that transition hits, and listen, lanes do go through transition. I don't want to hear it. Even with 3 bowlers on it, I mean, that ball there I thought was perfect. So now I gotta start moving. And when I move, my carry changes. That's just the way it is. You know what? This there's so many people around on the back of this counter here. I can't help the shaking. Nothing I can do about it. I'm lucky I'm even able to do video on on a 5-man league like this. 3-man league was so much easier to get capture video on. Doing the best I can. Okay, so I moved even farther left, down that secondary shot, see if I could do it on the other lane.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping.
So I moved left on that lane too. And you know, I mean, the ball squirted a little, past right in the mid lane, or on this other lane, it turned up. But I don't mind that shot. I mean, at least I'm in the pocket. I'm in a zone where I usually carry well, so I'm not moving. All right, so the second ball, I just dropped it. I missed it's just a bad shot. So the first shot is the perfect illustration of what I've been talking about the last couple of weeks. When I go deeper with this ball, I don't quite get the recovery on the back end, and my carry suffers. And you're seeing exhibit A, B, C, D of that with the carry. So, but I'm not going to be frustrated tonight because there's no way I'm carrying an extra bowling ball with me tonight. Maybe next week, if the weather turns out better and everything, there will be a third ball involved. And then just something to where when I have to get a little deeper, I get a little more back end and a little more carry. And so, oh boy, every time somebody gets up, this counter shakes. Funny. Well, the difference on that shot was I moved my feet back to the right again and took my ring finger out just to see what would happen. And I got nothing really to lose. And you saw it was quite a pin party in the deck. All right, 173. So first ball in the 10th there, I took my ring figure out on that lane also. That ball hooked at my feet. So second ball, I decided to put my both fingers back in and just throw it harder. Throw it harder wants to go right through the pattern, but I think I'm gonna. The thing is, with moving left, moving left with this ball, it looks like I'm going to have to put a wrist device on in order to get to return on the back end. And I don't feel like doing that. I don't feel like putting a wrist device on. Although there's another shot I was thinking about earlier in the week. I might try this other little shot, which is a wrist device shot. And I used to call this shot feast or famine. It's not a spin shot, it's a roll shot. And I remember years ago, I tried this shot. I shot 760, 770 at the Donato's, and then I couldn't break 550. So that's why I call feast or famine. It's the opposite of the barometer shot. High games, low games. But this is the week where I really don't care because all the Bacons were winning. We don't have to bowl very much. So let me try feast or famine. Got nothing to lose. Alright, so that's the one I used for the feast or famine shot. I got more stories about the feast or famine shot too. I haven't thrown this in at least 2-3 years. I realized that on video, a lot of my shots that I call different shots, they look all basically the same. So it's like, I'm making stuff up, but I'm not. They have different feels to me. This one here, I have no idea where this ball's going, so this will be exciting.
I need to get 5 of those. Yeah, definitely.
Alright, that was what I would call an excellent educated guess. More short stories about the feast or famine shot. I haven't experimented with the feast or famine shot with different other risk guard or no risk brace. It's just something that that one year at Donato's, I shot the 760, and then later in the year 773 or something. And in between, I shoot 550, 570, 610 or whatever. I get disenchanted with it, but without really experimenting a lot with different, phases of it. Then my high series ever at Mousetraps, 774, I used the Reign Supreme with the Feast or Famine shot. Also, the one year we bowled at Kingpin, it was a Feast or Famine shot with the Reign Supreme again. I shot a 773, I think it was, or 774. So, there's a lot of upside with this shot. There's also downside. Because if I don't have the feel with it or the shot with it, I haven't learned how to adjust with it yet. I should, if I was younger and bowling tournaments and stuff, I should. Now I have to go again. But I should explore the possibilities with this shot, actually.
You know what? They did it.
Well, if you're going to go off of 2 shots, it looks pretty spectacular. You know, I guess I should re-explore it. I'll tell you what. When I start bringing a third ball, like probably next week, that Reign Supreme. If I throw any kind of spin shot with the Reign Supreme, it holds too much for the back end, too angular. But with this shot, where I'm not really spinning it, it just activates that Reign Supreme a lot earlier, and it may be what I'm looking for without even knowing it. So, got me thinking now. Wow, it's impressive. I don't know. For this shot, I think the right thing to do with this shot is to have at least a couple different bowling balls with me and a couple different adjustments. Like I said before, with different wrist devices or no wrist devices, so I can. Because when I don't have a shot, that's why I call it feast or famine. When I'm bad with this shot, I'm really bad. So when I'm good, I mean, it looks great.
Right there. She's almost triggered. He's my favorite dog. He's very bad. I let her take it. Now she looks at him, looks at her. Now she looks at her like she's looking at him.
There ain't nothing there. There's nothing hold up.
He was bad. He's still wrong.
All right, so this is one of the problems I've had with this shot. Illustrated there, I'm glad it hasn't gone away over the years. I walked way left on that shot from where I was walking before. It must have to do with my push away or something, because I almost got away with it. That's the best part about it. The interesting thing, all the shoveling of snow and everything, I don't even think about my knee hurt. My knee doesn't hurt one bit. Everything else hurts, but my knee's fine. I come to bowl and my knee, I have to worry about my knee.
Gary, I don't know if Gary's up yet. Gary's still has to run. No, that's right. He didn't even look at. He started looking by hand, and it turned his head to
Alright, well, so that was reasonable, but he just wants to spend energy a little early. So, and I mean, and I hate, I'll say it again, the Reign Supreme wants to spend energy late, so it's probably a good complementary to this ball, throwing the ball, if I want to throw the ball this way. Yeah, this ball's probably really good early in the night. As soon as I move left, it's probably supposed to be the Reign Supreme. Yeah, feast or famine. When I got too far to the right too early, and that's what happens. Alright, so that time I'm afraid to miss right, I miss left. You see, that's last two shots are a perfect example of what my bowling ball does on a a wet dry, I guess I would call it. I was going to say overblock, but it's not really overblock to me. But on a wet dry, that's exactly what my bowling ball does. Okay, so I proved if I hit 8.5 at the arrows, it overhooks. If I hit 11-ish at the arrows, it won't do anything. 11.5, I'll say. I need to hit 9 or 10. It's supposed to be that good, but I'm not used to throwing the ball this way.
If Friday was came after work, I was not like bowling. He came out of the gym and still pretty hard. I didn't shut down completely.
And of course, I hit 12 or 12.5, which doesn't even really count. It's just, that's called getting lucky. $215, $645. It's okay. You know, it's about what I'm averaging. My average going into the night with last week's bad week was $215. So it's $215. That's what it is. Let's be honest, I don't really love throwing the ball in this way with the conventional grip. I just feel like I can't get much on the ball. But I would say at the beginning of the night, like I said before, when the lanes are tighter and I can play farther outside, I think that could be an effective shot. As long as I don't have to have the ball go out and return. But with the Reign Supreme and moving left later in the night, when I have to move left with when the other ball becomes ineffective, this ball, gold ball, becomes ineffective playing right. I believe I have a little play here. I believe I have a play. The other thing, I guess I'm repeating myself, but that's okay. I do that. Throwing the ball in this manner, I definitely prefer fingertip, and I'm 99% sure I prefer throwing 15 pounds, which the Reign Supreme is. So I'll decide next week, in between now and then. But I have some play. All right, that's it. I'll stop next week. Oh.